We all know you love Joe Rogan's long nips. I don't know how many times I need to talk about how great his nipples are. He has the best nipples in the game. Legitimately, no one has a better set of udders than Joe Rogan. And since you brought it up, now I've got to pull up the picture, because I already know there's going to be people in here who haven't seen them. They're fucking incredible. They're actually fucking incredible. Here. Oh, this is this is my tweet too. When you type in Joe Rogan nipples, it's my tweet. That's so fucking amazing. I'm glad. Just look at those. Look at those puppies. Just like two tiny little fingers. I know this happens every time I bring up Joe Rogan's nipples. It always blows my mind that more people haven't seen these. They're so cool. It casts its own shadow. I've talked about that before too. Joe Rogan's nipples are kind of like the thing Carl Sagan made where he could prove the world was round using like two pillars. He talked about that experiment where they like erected two pillars and judging by the shadow they were able to deduce that the world was round. You could do that same experiment on Joe Rogan's nipples. Look at the bits, Tori. I don't know, Tori. That's a good question. Thanks, Resublind and Yoshi. They're like little sundials. Yeah, I like I said, he's got the best pair in the game. Like, not even close. I have never seen nipples that look like Joe's. I didn't even think they could. They're like two tiny little tater tots. Well, tiny's the wrong word. They're anything but tiny. You could attach a car battery to them. Why is your website in a different language? Because for some reason, when I Googled his nipples, it defaulted to whatever language this is. I don't know why. But it's my tweet that it went to, which is cool. They just at the warehouse, handsome, that's all. He's a prime Humpty Dumpty. Why do they protrude so much? Has he talked about his condition of his nipples? That's a great question. Has he ever talked about them? I imagine he must have at some point. Like, at least somewhat addressed it. Like, hey, here's what's up with my nipples. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Badlin. HGH nips? I mean, HGH gives you bubble gut, but I've never seen it do this to a pair of udders like this. I see nothing wrong with them. I think they're glorious, but I don't think you're gonna see many of these out there in the world. These are rare. Have you have you tried Frankie Boyle? No, I don't know who that is. I'm not familiar. Thanks to the tier one Rin and the resub sippin'. And the bits holy. Surely they protrude through his shirts. Maybe they do, I don't know. Yeah, kind of, Marina, not wrong. Thanks to the resub, cynical. Dude was in a cold bath. Yeah, obviously he was in a cold bath. That doesn't change it. Like, if I'm cold, like let's say I poured ice into a bucket and I just sat in the bucket for like a couple minutes. My nipples would get hard, but they wouldn't look like that. They don't like wumbo your nips. And it also wouldn't just delete his areolas. I don't know where his areolas went, but they were not there anymore. Thanks to the bits people in tier 1-0. And the resub Arya. Surely it's edited? No, there are edits of it, but that one is the raw. Exit tier 1. Depression. And the bits Kingway. Not yet. I haven't seen the new slap fight yet. Thanks, a resub unknown. And the Prime story. You should watch Kin Pinder's The Weirdest Sonic Rider. This is always so wild when things keep wrapping around to things we've talked about quite a bit. Kin Pinder's we've talked about. Very strange stuff. This was the writer who got super upset at the new Sonic